So let's get ready for a guided meditation using this frequency and radio spectrum metaphor. And the way to do that is first make yourself comfortable. If you can close your eyes, that's always a good idea. And just take a couple of slow, deep breaths. And if you imagine that human beings can tune into different frequencies, from lower frequencies like depression and apathy and feeling like a victim or whatever, to higher frequencies like love and peace and gratitude, that whole spectrum is available to us. And our job is to learn to tune our bodies and mind to frequencies that will bring us the most enjoyment, so that we can then not only be happy for ourselves, but also be of great service to other people. But part of our job is to recognize when lower frequencies are our reality or are our desire, and to realize that we don't want to spend much time on those frequencies. So right now, I'd like you to imagine that you can tune into the frequency of having a lot of fame. What would it be like if you were experiencing everybody's focused on you? Perhaps you have experienced that for a short period in your life. And you can imagine that, like these people like Britney Spears, Justin Bieber, all these people, constantly inundated with people looking at them, what that would be like. And you realize that frequency doesn't feel very good to you after a while. And you decide, well, I can let that one go. I can let that hope go, that desire go. And then you explore another frequency called the frequency of being a victim. It's a very powerful broadcast nowadays. And you know people who spend their whole life complaining about stuff, and there's plenty to complain about. But they seem to almost like enjoy it, like misery loves company. And they get into looking at the world through the lens of being a victim. Poor me. And you can remember what that frequency feels like. It's not all a bad frequency. There's a certain feeling of comfort that I'm a victim and they're screwing us over. And there's something about that frequency that people almost seem to like. But then they get lost in it. And their whole life is looking at the world through the lens of being a victim. And as you feel that frequency, you can feel its pull. But you decide to let that one go. Just take a deep breath and let go of allowing yourself to merge with that experience. And instead, I want you to choose the frequency of gratitude. That's a very high frequency. Really the opposite of being a victim. And think of something in your life or someone in your life that you feel grateful for. It could be a beloved pet, your health, or a person, or a teacher. And just allow yourself to tune your heart to that frequency of gratitude and thanks. And you might think of one more thing that helps you feel grateful to help you really tap into that frequency of gratitude. And from this higher frequency, it's easier to tap into another frequency, which I'll call the frequency of presence or awakeness. And that's a frequency of just being here, being with whatever is showing up in the moment without a preference, just taking it all in. Opening to the silence and the stillness of now. Imagine that you can, like a radio, turn up the dial, the volume on being here now, on almost like turning up the volume on silence. And letting yourself melt and relax into that frequency as best you can. And as certain thoughts or static or other things try to enter that frequency, you just tune yourself to it. Relax into it. Feel that frequency in your body and open to it. And that frequency, the now frequency, the presence frequency, is always being broadcast, is always available if you know how to tune to it. So if your eyes were closed, slowly begin to open your eyes while also maintaining that frequency of presence, of silence and stillness. And when you're ready, maintaining a connection to that silence, stillness, presence frequency, feel free to go about your day. Enjoy.